My name is Maxwell and I'm a freshman.
My name is Cindy Sue and I'm a freshman at Malden High.
Hi, I'm Jenny Doe and I'm a freshman at Malden High.
Hi, I'm Yui Zhang and I'm a freshman at the Malden High School.
So our first question is from Jamie Parker. How long are the classes? Well, at Malden High there are 6 classes in a day, and the first 3 are about an hour each. And then there's a long block, which is about 2 hours with a half an hour lunch period. And then the last 2 classes are about 45 minutes each.
Cameron Williams asked, can you leave school for lunch? It's only for seniors because you have senior privileges, so yeah.
Stella Vandakova asks, how many classes do we have each day? We have 6 classes a day, and that includes lunch.
How can you do 2 different things like a band and sport? You can absolutely do band and sport at the same time. And like you might run into some issues where like you might have a game or a concert on the same day, but that shouldn't deter you from doing one or the other. If you just talk to your coach or your director, you'll be fine with it.
Jenny Murphy asked, are there any classes worth more than 1 credit? No, there aren't any classes worth more than 1 credit.
Tonson Pham asks, can I start community service volunteering work freshman year? You can actually start volunteering and doing service hours like right now in your local community or something. But if you want to start in high school, you can do it any year you want. And like there are clubs that offer you opportunities to do that, such as Y Leaders, Key Club, or Red Cross, and you can get your hours there.
Do extracurricular activities affect your GPA? If so, how much does it affect? It doesn't really affect your GPA, it's just really good for college, so they know what you've done and something you put on your form.
Sarah Marino asks, do we take any trips for certain classes? I hear you that you go to Canada if you take French. And my cousin says that the juniors are going to Rome. Well, this year the French classes are given the opportunity to go to Canada. But this is not like an annual thing, so it just depends on the teacher. And no, the juniors are not going to Rome this year, but there is a Tornado Travelers Club where it offers you trips to like outside the United States, like Greece, China, and Ecuador, and it's basically offered to like every grade.
And Sean Quinn asks, what happens when you're late? You basically just go to the office, and then they sign your agenda book, and then you're off to class.
What are credits? Who do you get credits from? So credits are basically graduation requirements that you need for high school, and like they're proof that you did a class. These credits are usually given by your teacher.
Tutors a thing. If so, where are they accessible? Tutors are accessible after school. There are peer tutors. That means like other students, like upperclassmen, will help you in whatever subject you need.
Brendan Bowe asks, how do you know when fall sports trials start? So if you're planning to a fall sport, just look out on the website. They'll have information on it. Around like August or something, they'll list like where the times are, like where the places are, and when it's gonna happen. Usually it's gonna be like 1 or 2 weeks before school starts. But don't worry about it. Like when school starts, they'll like tell you about it, so you don't have to miss out anything.
Tihan Lawrence asked, are there any breaks between classes? No, not really, no. It's just kind of get your stuff and you go. There's not really much to it.
Max Baptista asked, does the band have actual credits to colleges? Well, the college credits you are talking about are usually in AP classes, and band is not an AP class. It's just a CP class, a 1 year full credit.
Are there any AP classes for freshman students? That's what Grace Dawn said. No, there isn't. It's not allowed for freshmen because AP classes are a lot of work and too much stress on freshmen to handle.
How many sports can a person participate in? You can participate in 3 sports a year. That's 1 in the fall, 1 in the winter, and 1 in the spring.
The best class, I think, would be Latin class. Latin.
Direct study is the best class you can take.
Personally, to me, it's personal finance because it helps you. It actually gives you real tips for the real world, And Mr. Lane's really chill. For me, it took like a week, like 3 days. The littlest is 3 days. Like it's not that bad.
I adjusted in a week, so I guess it depends on the person.
Cool.
No, they don't bother, like you specifically. It's they don't really care about you. They're off doing their own thing.
No, they just leave you alone.
No, not really. If you don't bother them, then they're not gonna bother you.
I can say that I created a lot of relationships with upperclassmen, and they're really people that I can look up to and like ask for advice. So don't be afraid to talk to them or make friends with them when you come.
I'd say it is because it's a good way to make friends and get out of a year of gym.
Well, I personally don't do a sport, but I mean, I guess it would be worth it. I mean, the college would like it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's good chance when you're new and athletic, and if you obviously it's a good place for you to do. And it's really good because colleges like it when you do sports and clubs, and you might even get like athletic scholarships.
I believe that there's practically no bullies at Malden High, and if there's teachers around to help you, there's administrators, it's not a big deal around here.
There are no bullies. Just no bullies. It's all in your head.
If you have any bullies, you talk to your guidance counselor or one of the teachers that you can trust, and they'll deal with it accordingly.
First of all, there's clubs that you can join. There's the Key Club, there's a culinary club, there's the art society, or whatever you want to join. There's also this field trip where you get to visit a college with your classmates, and it's really a fun experience. And there's also the Knowledge Bowl, which is a very competitive a very competitive game where you get to have fun with your classmates and your teachers, and it's a fun experience overall.
You want Mr. Amin, Mr. Bowers, other Mr. Bowers,
Mr. Hurley.
Mr. Hurley.
Miss Snyder, the Latin teacher, is very nice. Miss Chan too. You'll love Miss Chan.